Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Hidden Cellar. We're gonna go ahead and have a little bit of fun with lines, not get too serious, but however, practicing these lines are gonna make you a better artist. You will be able to draw better because once you apply these things to cartoons and doodles, it'll make sense. You need to know these basic lines before you draw anything. All right, the first one that we're going to start with is the straight line. And before I begin, what you will need is a regular piece of drawing paper. You can have a sketchbook if you want. Pencils. I have a whole pack of Stadler pencils here. Awesome. We've got the B pencils, the H pencils. They go dark to light. And some erasers. All right, so let's begin with the straight line. Okay, we're going to draw a couple straight lines. So I'm going to put the weight of my hand here, and I'm just going to go this way. See that? How my hands are moving from left to right. See that? Okay. Try not to draw it like this, unless you're good at that. But I like to put my weight here, rest my forearm, my hand, my palm, everything, and go from left to right or right to left. Okay, either way. Pretty good. Not perfect. It doesn't matter because you can always use a ruler to make a perfectly straight line. Okay. But if you want to get better at drawing, try not to use a ruler. Try to do it on your own. So then your memory, your drawing memory becomes more accurate, more precise as you uh, go on. Let's do some vertical lines, up and down. See, weight of your hand is on the paper. Okay. If you want to draw it fast, you can. If you mess up, it's okay. You can use your erasers to start again. But we drew some vertical straight lines. We drew some horizontal straight lines as well. Okay. All right, next up, let's do some zigzag lines. Zigzags look like open triangles. And they all almost look like spines on a dragon. Okay, or they look like little pyramids in the distance. Pretty cool, huh? All right, let's do a couple more to practice that. We're gonna do a line here, a line there. Try to keep the distance the same, okay? This should be the same width or thickness as this side. You don't have to get it perfect on the first try. You see how I went too far? I have to be here, not over there, but right here. See that? Good. Okay. Next up, let's do some curved lines. Like that. They look like mountains. Okay, let's repeat that. Give a little bit of space here. And on that point, see the little point here? If you want to draw a little dot here to guide you, that's fine. Okay. As you get better, you won't need these dots anymore. Okay. But beginners, they like to use dots. Just like connected dot sort of drawings. Have you seen those? You go like this, and then kids will do that. Okay, so that's okay, but try to get faster at drawing those things. Okay, it'll look more natural. All right, so we got the zigzags, we got the wavy lines, the curved lines. Let's do some dotted lines. See, horizontal dotted line. Very good. Okay, it gives your drawing some texture. All of this will give your drawing texture, bring it to life, make it more interesting. Let's do some spirals. Spirals. Before I do spirals, let's look again at these curved lines. Okay, what do they remind you of? Put in the comments. To me, they remind me of clouds or fluffy mountains, a rainbow. You can also add these to a creature to create scales, like fish scales or dragon scales, lizard scales, reptiles. Let's do a small one so I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, see that? These are smaller curves. And if I keep repeating that, see that? I turn it sideways, it looks like scales. Okay, very good. All right, next up, let's do some spirals. So I start from the middle right here. I do like to make a point when I do a spiral, and then I go around, and I try to keep that distance between the lines so it looks nice and clean. Very good. See that? Okay. You can repeat that a couple times. 1, 2, 3, 4. That can also be used for things like curly hair or snails, a vortex, or like see that, like a little tornado. See that? Tornado coming your way over here. See? Just by adding a couple of these silly lines, you can create more things. What else can we do? Let's see. We can do waves. Yes, waves. This is very important. All right, instead of doing it like this with points, we're gonna keep them all round. See? All round. See that? Very good. Very good. That looks good. Let's repeat one more time. One more time. We're gonna go. Um, you can go from bottom to top or top to bottom. It'll just look different depending on where you start. So if I go like this, they look like mountains. See? So instead of going like that, you will go like this and then curve below, curve above, and then curve below. Okay? You curve above and then curve below, curve above, below, go above, and then below. Okay? Let's do it the opposite way. I will start from here. I'll go below and then I curve above. You see that? It's like wavelengths in audio, or they almost look like sea waves, sort of, or sand dunes. Looks like sand. Okay, let's add some more. Let's do some ocean waves. They are actually like this, but there's a point, sort of like a hook at the top, going like this. You can go this way or that way. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'll go like this, and I stop at that point, and I like curve like a C. See that? I'm gonna do one more time. I'm gonna go like this, stop at that point, and then the letter C. Okay? C for C. Get it? All right, so I'm gonna go up like this, letter C, come back down. Very good. Repeat it one more time. 1, letter C. 2, letter C. 3, letter C. Let's go back the other way. You see how our ocean is taking us this way? Now our ocean is taking us back this way. We're gonna go, it's a little bit more difficult because the sea is backwards. So I'm gonna go up and backward sea, like that, backward sea, like that, up, and then backward sea, okay? This one's a little bit more difficult than that one. One more time, I'm gonna go up, backward sea, up, almost looks like an S, see? And then backward sea. I went a little bit too narrow on that one, so I'm going to adjust it, make it wider like that. And then I'm going to go up like an S, backwards C. Very good. See? Ocean this way, ocean that way. Very good. What else can we do? Let's see. We can do some, let's try some shapes. Yeah, I think shapes would be a very good idea. Okay, we got a few minutes on this recording. Let's do a couple of shapes. Simple shapes. The circle, you start from this point and you may have another point down here, okay? 1 and 2. So I'm going to connect this in a curve here and then keep going and connect it there. This circle is not perfect, it doesn't matter, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. See that? Boom. Okay. And you can also adjust it a little bit and it'll look better. Remember, always practice. You're not going to get it right on the first try. You might get it right on the second try, and then on the 10th try, it'll look ugly. It doesn't matter. You just keep going, okay? Always have your trusty eraser. And one tip for everybody. Make sure that you do not draw too dark. Do not draw too dark, because if you do and you mess up and you erase, you try to erase, it's going to leave like a stain, a mark on the paper, and it's very difficult to get rid of it. I'll show you an example. Let's say I'm drawing a triangle, or no, a square, and I put too much pressure. Remember, like the other demo, I put too much pressure on that, and I try to erase it, and voila, it's still sort of there, right? Let's say I drew it one more time, but a little bit lighter, less pressure. I didn't press too hard on that pencil. Okay, and I don't want it anymore. See that? Pretty much gone. Okay, you can barely see it. Okay, so remember, don't put too much pressure when you are beginning. You only put more pressure and make it darker when you are very sure of your drawing. You are ready to shade dark to light. That's when you apply more pressure. Okay, so we got all these lines. Let's draw a couple more shapes here. Let's do a box, a square. So 1, and then this line should be the same length as this one. You can visualize it, or maybe use like a ruler. So that one should be equal as that one. This one should be equal as that one. The same height and then same length. And voila, it looks like a nice square. And let's do a triangle. 1, connect that, whoop, like that. And then 1 right here is going to be equal. A straight line here, a straight line, and then connect it like that. Okay, very good. All right, so let's apply these shapes, these things that you have learned here, this fun stuff. Apply it to different things, and you will become a better artist. You will draw better. Have fun. Keep watching the videos. Like and subscribe. See you later.